I'm just gonna say right off, this video has no thumbnail and a terrible echo because I'm in my garage. It is currently 6:53 p.m. on a Friday, so I apologize for my voice and for the probable suckiness of this video. Alright, this is how to make a quarter ring, which is a ring that has all the quarter stuff on the outside, made out of, you guessed it, a quarter. And right now I'm hating myself because I believe I have forgotten the one thing required to make a quarter ring. And that would be a quarter. So, basically, before this video starts, I just want to say I apologize for it. It's my first video on this channel. So let's just get right into it. This can be done in 1,000 different ways. I'm just going to show you the way that I do it. I have some semi-professional equipment that I did have to go out and buy, but you do not. You can improvise any tool you want to. Just the results differ from the tools that you use. Now, if you're, the channel name is D.I.Y for lazy people. So, if you're lazy, then I'll just, if you're lazy, I'll tell you what to do after I tell you what to do if you're not lazy. So if you have money and the ability to do this, then the materials that you're going to need are this thing called a ring mandler. This is mine. This is the one that I use. It has been used a million times before, but it is a carrot-shaped, almost piece of metal, or sometimes plastic, or sometimes even rubber. I prefer the metal ones, though. Just me. You want one that's really long. Yeah, pretty much one that's really long and that gets pretty pointed at the end. Not pointed, but like pretty, what's the word? Not pointed, but gets pretty skinny at the end. One that's longer than what I have, but it is called a ring mandler. You can get them at Hobby Lobby, you can get them at a Michael's, you can get them at pretty much any hobby shop. You can get them online too. But yeah. You're also going to need this thing called a teardrop mallet. It's a mallet shaped like a teardrop. But since I don't have that, I picked up a regular mallet, which you actually don't really need. It's not, you don't need one for a project. You do, however, need a metal hammer. Any old metal hammer will do. Make it not too big. It doesn't have to be a sledgehammer. But yeah, any metal hammer, pretty much. I don't have the end product here with me because it's a long story, but I don't have the final product. Anyway, I'm making one of these for a friend. So this, this won't be mine personally, but yeah. Now, oh yeah, and you're also going to need a pair of pliers. I do not recommend needle nose. I recommend something with a spring, something with squishy grips you can hold down really tight comfortably, something you can squeeze as tight as possible, something with like square grips, and something with grips on the inside of the pliers. If your pliers on the inside do not have little grippy things, wrap some masking tape in there, it'll work just fine. Now, if you're lazy, here are the materials that I used back whenever I was lazy. Metal hammer, pliers, a regular drill bit. Oh, crap. Sorry, back to the not lazy. If you're not lazy, you're going to need to pick up a drill bit like this one. Let me focus my camera really quick because I'm absolutely awful as a human being. Okay, now look, this is ridged. Can't show you good angle right now because I'm an awful human being and I am terrible at life. This is what your hands look like whenever you do it. Anyway, it has these different sizes on it, ridges on it. Starts out like this. This was $45 at a Home Depot, but you can use any old drill bit. However, if you use any old drill bit, if you just use a regular drill bit, whenever I used a regular drill bit, I did not get the best results, and it took 2 to 3 days because I am the laziest person you will ever meet. You could probably get it done within a day, but it'll take the entire day of just drilling, and it'll eat your drill bits. Like, you might be able to get 2 or 3 rings out of a drill bit before your drill bit is just garbage. So if you're not lazy, pick up one of these. But anyway, if you're lazy, any old drill bit, it'll just take longer. Metal hammer, a pair of pliers, a water bottle. You're going to need a water bottle either way. If you're lazy or not, you're going to need a water bottle. And for the ring mandler, which was the big problem for me whenever I was lazy, oh, you're going to need an electric drill too. But anyway, but the big problem for me back whenever I was lazy was what to use as a ring mandler. D.I.Y. ring mandlers can be made out of pretty much anything in the shape of a regular ring mandler. Take the end of an umbrella and wrap some electrical tape around it. Take a kickstand off your bike. Those are the ones that I used. I got the best results out of the kickstand though. But anything that's in the shape of a regular ring mandler will work. I'm filming this on my iPad. I apologize. Don't have the right filming equipment right now. I'm just an awful human being and you can hate me for it. But I don't want to make this video too long. So let's get right into it because this is not the fastest process in the world. Let me go inside for one moment and grab the quarter. Okay, I got the quarter. There's one more thing I forgot to mention. Either way, if you're lazy or you're not, you are going to need a source of a lot of heat. If you have a gas stove, that'll work. If you have a propane torch, I recommend a propane torch. But if you don't have either one of those, you can use your regular old fire. It's just going to take a long time. Because you need to get the quarter to a dim red. Just throwing that one out there. But you're going to need to do that either way. Oh yeah, and you're going to need a screw. Or a nail. Watch this video to the end, please. Because I do not want to be responsible for anything. Oh yeah, by the way, I am not responsible for any injury during this. I'm not responsible for any failures because you're destroying money, and it is perfectly legal. I'm going to get the legal ramifications out of the way. This is perfectly legal if you make it into jewelry. Now, if you say, I hate the United States while you just bang a quarter and light it on fire and do that, that is very illegal. But this is perfectly legal. Into the video. So, you're going to want to take the tails side of any quarter. Tail side of any quarter, right? And you're going to want to find the middle. Oh yeah, and you're gonna need to want to know the size of around your knuckle. You can draw a little circle in the, you can draw a little circle on it, but I don't need to know the size of my knuckle because my ring mandler is the perfect size. Just coincidentally, now you need to find the middle of the quarter. You need to take your hammer and your nail or screw. You need to put your screw or nail dead in the middle. I'm awful. I just found the quarter that I supposedly lost. I hate myself. So I'm not going to be using this one then, because I like this quarter. So, this quarter, you're going to need to find the middle of the quarter. Let me set up another light. Do I have another light? I should. This video is really long, so let me see if I can find another light. Do not believe I'll be able to, though. Alright, I can't find another light around my garage. Let me just get to this, or else this video is going to be way too long. I can see, hopefully you can see. Find the middle of your quarter. And you're going to want to put, let me use my phone flashlight actually. And you're going to want to put your nail right in the middle of your quarter. Let me find the middle of mine. So I've got mine to about the middle of mine. And if I'm not in the middle of mine, then mine might be a bad example for this video, but whatever. And then just start hitting the top of the screw or nail, whatever you got, with your hammer. Try to keep it steady. Don't put this on wood or anything. If you want to find something hard, because it is going to bulge out of the bottom, and it might go into wood or plastic, so find something hard like a stone or a brick or anything. And if you're under the age of 18 and you're living by yourself like me, if you're under the age of 18, you're living with your parents, get their permission to do this, blah, 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 disclaimer. Get back to the video. Now I like to flip it over to this side that's bulging out, but I'm not going to do that this time because my screw hates me. There we go. So, now you've got a tiny hole inside the middle of your quarter. Now this next part is going to take you a day if you don't have the not lazy person version of this, but it'll work. But I got my parents to do this for me, and it cost them a lot of money to do it. So I'm going to use the not lazy person way. That'll take me a good maybe 4 or 5 minutes. This video is becoming very long, and I apologize for that. So you want to take your quarter, take your, the kind of pliers that I recommended, and you're going to want to, you don't want to put it over any of the words or anything. Figure out which side you want to be on the outside of your ring. I want the tail side to be on the outside of mine. And you're going to want to put it to where your drill bit has plenty of room, but you can still get a nice grip on it. I'll put mine right about there. And you don't want to get any of the words until you absolutely have to. But you can. It's your ring. I'm not going to wear your ring. So, yeah. And you want to just squeeze as tight as you can. You do not want this thing to slip, or else you're going to get scratches. Your drill bit might go into your fingers. I have scars on my fingers from where I drilled holes into them, and yeah, so grip as tight as you can. Let me get my drill out here. You're going to want to put your drill bit right on that hole. I'm looking at my iPad, not my quarter right now. So and then you basically just start drilling until your hole is big enough. I'm not going to show you guys that because, it's going to be really hard to look at my camera and look back at my quarter and do all that. So I'm going to try to find something to leave you with, to not bore you guys to death. By the way, this is when you should queue up your TV show, your Breaking Bad, your Friday Night Light, you want to find a nice TV show to listen to, or, a book or something, or, something to put in some headphones and listen to while you're doing this, because this might take you a while, but I'm just going to queue up something pretty quick, a YouTube video, something like that while I do this. I'm going to leave you with this lovely picture of a hammer. It's great, isn't it? Alright. I'm going to start drilling now. I'll come back to you guys whenever I'm done. Oh, by the way, your cord is going to get very hot. Do not touch it. And it's going to leave metal flakes everywhere, so do it somewhere you can easily clean up little metal flakes that might or might not be sharp. Just depends. Oh, it might be helpful to turn your drill the right way. Wow, I'm not very smart today. Okay, now I'm through. And once you've got your first hole, and once you're through to where you have an actual hole in it, now it gets super fast. If you're not, if you're not doing the lazy way. Okay, let me get back to this. Okay, my hole is not dead center. So this rig might be a bad example, but I'm going to do this anyway. Because I do not want to redo this video again. Oh, you might want to flip the coin over and drill from the other side. Every once in a while. My drill is running out of batteries. Making me mad. Okay, I'm gonna switch drills really quick. Okay. Hopefully this other drill is not as low on battery as the drill that I was using. Hopefully you guys aren't doing this along with me. Or you guys can if you're not doing the lazy way, but if you guys are doing the lazy way, you guys should definitely watch this video to the end and then begin your project. Seems I can't even. Seem to figure out how to work my own drill. That's infuriating. Can't seem to figure out. Whoa. Dang. Okay. Well, I cannot seem to get this other drill functioning properly, and that makes me very mad. So it looks like I'm gonna have to use my drill that's running out of batteries and stops every couple seconds until I get this last ring of the day done. By the way, I've done 2 other rings today. Already want to shoot myself in the face. I get a lot of dislikes for that. Great. Hate this drill whenever it runs low on batteries. It doesn't do what I tell it to do. Okay, I already got scratches all over my quarter. My quarter is not the best example for this video, and everything is going wrong right now. But why am I gonna upload it? Because I'm gonna upload a video today. First video of this channel. I created this channel literally minutes before I started this video, so deal with it. I'm just going to make this one big enough to where it can go around the ring mandrel. Oh yeah, this hole is like the most off. Could not be more out of center. So do not, if your quarter looks like what my quarter does, you did it wrong. You should just start over. But yeah. Try to get your hole dead center. Mine is not dead center because I suck as a human being. And now my drill is a piece of crap, so yeah, fun. You'd expect this on a Monday. Nope, this is happening to me on a Friday. It's like I'm disappointed in Friday. I expect this crap on Monday, but you Friday? You Friday. Now my drill won't even drill. There we go. Oh, I'm so close. If my drill completely runs out of batteries right now, I just need a couple more little spins. I just need a couple spins out of here. Like it works like 1 in every 30 pulls of the trigger for like 30 seconds, and then it just quits on me again. But if I can get a couple more rotations out of this. Just a couple more rotations, come on. Gotta be kidding me. Let's see if it'll fit on my ring mandler now. Okay, it does. Come on, please. One more little push, and it should be on the ring mandler. There's one little flake of metal, not even the size of a grain of sand, that's blocking this thing right now. Come on, one more spin. I think that did the trick, guys. Yep, that did the trick. It just about goes on the very top of the ring mandler, but it will move down once I start hitting it. It will move down the mandler. Trust me, it'll just be a little bit harder for me, but yours should go deep enough down in the mandler to where it fits your size. Oh yeah, and my mandler has these little numbers on it, these little indents and like a bunch of scratches, but yeah, it is on my mandler, and you can see how off center that is. Yes, this is very wrong. It just goes on the tip. It should go down to where your ring size is. But this is a terrible video. Everything is going wrong, and I hate my life. So, this quarter is not going to a friend. This quarter is going... I'm not going to throw it away, because that's just a waste of money and a waste of time. But yeah. So this is where your propane torch comes in. Make sure it is on the side that you want to be on the outside of your ring. So the side you want to be on the outside of your ring needs to be facing up. Alright. And you're going to want like a little puddle of water somewhere near. I have a little puddle over there, so yeah. That's where the water comes in. You just want like a little puddle of water like inside of a cup. You know, something like that. So let me just go get my torch ready. My mother and sister might be coming home, and they might just open up the garage, and if that happens, just deal with it, and if it doesn't, great. So yeah, you want to use your gas stove, or fire, or your propane torch to get this to a dim red. That was not a dim red. That is very much not a dim red. And by the way, this smells like, it smells like actual cancer and propane, and it's vomit inducing if you smell it every, like 3 times today. So let me drop this in my little puddle of water. It's gonna sound kind of like eggs cooking for about half a second. Perfectly normal. Oh, and it's going to give off smoke that I do not recommend inhaling. Ah, crap, I just put my hand on where that hot quarter was, because I'm not very smart. Let me put my torch away. Get all this flammable gas away from this hot quarter. You can touch it at this point, but just find it's kind of hot. I wouldn't recommend, holding it for very long. You can touch it. It's safe enough to touch. And now the side of the quarter that you want to go on the outside of your ring needs to go on your ring mandler facing up. Facing upwards on your ring mandler. Basically what that forging process just did was it made the metal really soft and malleable. Not really soft because, I can't bend it right now. But it's just going to make it a lot easier on us to hammer. And it should harden. It's going to get harder than it already is. But, it's going to feel normal. It's going to feel like a regular quarter whenever you're trying to bend it with your bare hands, which you shouldn't do. But anyway, put it on your ring mandler till it goes as down as it possibly can. And I need a better camera angle for this. Let me see. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I need to show you this part because it's like the most important part. After this video, you should look up quarter ring so you can see some professional you can see some professional quarter rings made by people who do this pretty much for a living. Basically people with no social life or significant other. Those kind of people that do this for a living. It's just this, no, this side I want facing up. Amazing. Now, the side you want on the outside of your ring needs to be facing up. On your mandrel, as far down as it'll go, which isn't very far from me. You're going to need to take your metal hammer and very lightly, but kind of hard, like tough love, you know? Hard enough to do something, but not too hard to, you know, dent or scratch the letters and stuff off your quarter. So I'm just going to start doing that, but I'm going to have to hold it right here so that it doesn't, you know, just fly off of my mandrel. Dang it. This is going to drive me absolutely insane because my hole isn't big enough. You know what? I'm going to see if I can get one more screw out of this. See how much more it'll go. Let me get my pliers back. I'm going to see how much further I can get with one more little screw because it's way too far up on the mandrel right now. Actually increased the hole by quite a bit. Okay, now it at least goes far enough down on my mandrel. That's awesome. Awesome. That's, you know, because it is going to move down your mandrel to make your hole smaller than your ring size. But anyway, now, the side that you want your ring, the side that you want the outside of your ring to be, needs to be facing up on the mandrel. You need to hold it from the bottom. And you need to tough love, kind of. That's how I'm going to describe it. It's not going to fall off for you guys. This is the worst example of how to make a quarter ring ever. But I'm this far into the video and I'm not about to restart because of how annoying this video was to make. So, you need to go around your quarter. Around your quarter. Once mine starts to go further down on the mandrel, then I'll start actually hitting it a tiny bit harder than I'm hitting it right now. But you need to go in a circular motion around your quarter, tapping it with your metal hammer just hard enough to bend it just the slightest bit, but you don't want to, you know, dent or damage your designs on the quarter because that'll damage your final product. And your quarter is going to get very blackened and you're not going to be able to see very much on your quarter right now. And that's normal. That is 100%. That is supposed to happen. I'm gonna show you how to fix that later in this video. Okay, now I can actually start hitting it pretty hard. And it's just going to keep on bending and bending and bending. See how it's kind of bending a little bit for me? It's just going to keep bending and bending and bending in one way. Downward. And that is good. And don't try to hit harder to make this process go faster because this process is very slow. And I'm not going to show you getting it 100% straight perfect because that'll take even me really long. And this video is long enough as it is. Look at that. It's almost a half hour. Dang. The fastest quarter ring I ever made. I can make quarter rings in a matter of minutes whenever my drill bit is right and my, you know, everything is going correctly. And it's a good day. And it's not late at night. This being my third or fourth ring I've made today. What did I say earlier in this video? I completely forgot. This might be the one video on my channel that isn't for lazy people. And what I like to do is I kind of like to turn my mandolin kind of like this at like an angle and hit it upwards. You know, at this kind of angle. And the thinner your ring is, the straighter it's going to get, and the faster it's going to take. And the faster it's going to be until you get your ring correctly. So the bigger your finger is, the thinner your ring is going to be, and the lesser the amount of quarter you're going to be able to see on it. And the thicker it is, the longer it's going to take. And the less amount of quarter you'll be able to see. And the more amount of quarter you'll be able to see, the smaller your finger is. And the longer it's going to take to mandle it to the correct size. So this thin size, the thin part of my quarter is pretty much done right now, but it's this thick side that needs a lot more work. And now what you're going to do at this point, whenever your ring is about that slanted, you're going to want to take your rubber mallet, because at this point it's pretty much going to be stuck on your ring mandolin, or not. Actually, it's not stuck on my ring mandolin. Do not be alarmed if it gets stuck on your ring mandolin and you cannot get it off with your fingers. You just have to hit it once or twice on the edge with your mallet and it'll pop right off. Now what you're going to want to do is take it off. Some people like to refire it. They like to hit it one more time with the propane torch. You don't have to do that though, and I don't like doing that because it just makes it harder to get a shinier, smoother product at the end. But it just makes it a lot faster and a lot more malleable. But anyway, you want to turn it upside down and put it back on your mandolin. Turn it like this, upside down, and start hitting it in the same way that you began, but hit it at kind of a weirder angle. So at like this angle, I'll measure the angle if I want to make a part 2 to this, or a better video. So yeah, be watching out for that video in the future. If I decide to make one, I'm going to name it How to Make a Quarter Ring Part 2. By the way, read the description of this video. I'm going to put some important information in this. Apologize about the thumbnail too. Should I shine this? I'm debating whether or not to get all the soot and all this metal that you see. All the soot and all the blackness that you see off of this ring, for the sake of this video, just to show you what the end product is going to be like. But I don't think I'm going to do that because this video is long enough anyway. And, just keep flipping it and flipping it and flipping it and hitting it at the angles. You just want to keep doing this pretty much until you think that your ring is flat or straight enough for your liking. This is a terrible example of a ring, though, because it's so slanted and so bad and so terrible. But yeah. I have kind of a final product right here, but you can't see it on video. You can't see anything on it on video, see? Can't see anything, but right there it says Liberty and the year 1993. It says In God We Trust. It says lots of things on it, but you guys just can't see it. And I have my next video. This one's made out of quarter too. It just banged out the edge of it and drilled a hole through the middle, but I'll show you how to make this one in a later video. And this is made out of a CO2 canister, so I have all my rings on right now. But anyway, back to this video. I'm hitting this harder because I don't think I'm going to sand this one out. And even if I do, I don't care about the designs or the words on this one. This is just for the video's sake. Now, let's say this is straight enough. I just want to say that this one is straight enough just to get this video done before it hits an hour long. Apologize for my foot right there. I'm just in my garage, putting my iPad on my lap to get a good camera angle. Okay, that should be loose enough. Just pop it off my fingers. And yeah, Actually, this one turned out pretty nice. I actually kind of like this. Cause look, it like kind of gets fat. I'll show you guys really close up. It's fat, and then it kind of goes upwards, so you can hold it like this, like it's really thin on the bottom, then really fat on the top. I actually really like that, and that's where the edges of the quarter are. I actually really like this. I'm gonna sand this one out later. I'm not gonna show it in the video though. Let me put my iPad back down. But yeah, once you get your quarter to the thickness that you like, your ring is now ready. Let me put this on my pinky finger just for video effect. When your ring is now to your liking, see, thin on the bottom, and then thick on the top. I actually kind of like that. Anyway, once your ring is done and it's to your liking, that is how you make a quarter ring. Check out my upcoming videos. If you like this video, please tell me why, because you're absolutely insane if you like this video. I'm just kidding. But if you like this video, subscribe and like it. You can share it if you want to, though. But if you did not like this video, don't do anything. Don't subscribe, don't like, and don't share it if you did not like this video. Don't click the dislike button either. Don't do anything if you didn't like this video. Wasted your time. Haha. But anyway, that is how you make a quarter ring. See you guys later. This is DIY projects for lazy people. Bye.